you guys are having some issues with accessing the bulletin. So why don't you help me understand what the problem is?
There's a couple of them, I think June of the first
John.
year.
Okay. There's a couple back that a number of people are having problems that Dee pointed out on the form. That seems to be a nomenclature issue or naming issue on the file, maybe, don't know. Can't get to it, okay. Rick?
I can't access the site anymore.
Can't access the site.
Site changed over,
Okay,
the new site, I'm not here anymore.
okay. That's a different issue, okay. Can you access the forum? Can you access Cichlid? www.cichlid.com. Well, it's not a trick question, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot,
I know, I'm just.
so you might want to try accessing that way.
I know I couldn't log into the forum.
Okay, I normally go to our site, ohiocichlid.com, click on the forum link, and get you there, and then log in. But you can also go in to cichlid.com, and there's a forum link. I'll show you in a minute here, actually. So, hello, Dee.
Do you have to have the same password to get into the Cichlid forum
As what?
as the OCA forum?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same thing, right?
Because there's some
Yeah, it
parts
is.
of the
One password.
Cichlid forum that you have to have, it says you need to have a, you have to register for.
Right, once you have a password for Cichlid, it gets you into the.
Okay, but this is in all of Cichlid.
Well,
Everything that's on pay, it'll get you.
Okay, there is a paying section.
You can't look at any articles on Cichlid without buying them.
Okay.
That's why if you're trying to click on articles, they
Articles or
money for
species
that.
articles that are in the, like,
Say you want to see a article about a shell weller.
Right.
You gotta pay for that.
okay.
In the library or the species form of what do you call it?
Species, profile.
Catalog.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
so is anybody who's come in and having issues with accessing the bulletin or the forum or anything like that? Well, we have a couple. I'm going to show something very quickly, and then we'll get on with the regular meeting and with the talk as planned. This should not take but a couple of minutes here. So, what's that? Yeah, there you go. So just a couple of notes here. You know, one, you have to be an active member of the OCA. You know, you can't have access to our site if you're not a member. You have to have Adobe Acrobat in order to open up any of our bulletins. So if you don't have Adobe Acrobat, you have to go to adobe.com and download Acrobat, and that will take care of that issue.
It's free.
It's
And
free.
it's a free...
What you actually mean is the Adobe Reader,
Correct.
because I work for Adobe.
I know you do. So if anybody has any Adobe issues, give him more than he asked for.
Price is right.
So yeah, the Adobe free reader, so you can open up PDF files. So then what you want to do is go to the www.cichlid.com site. And that is our friend Juan Miguel, who last I heard is going to be visiting us again in the fall here to give one or two excellent talks. He hasn't confirmed, but we're going to ask him. And then, so you want to go to cichlid.com. And at cichlid.com, you know, and I'll get to it in a moment here, there's a forum click tab that you can go to get you to, you know, not only the Cichlid forum, but then over to our forum. Then you have to register for the, after you register for Cichlid, you have to register for the Ohio Cichlid Association forum. So I'll show you some steps there. And then ultimately, once you have your password and you're signed up for the OCA, and we put, you know, give you access to the forum, then you can access our store of bulletins. So when you go to cichlid.com, this is what you'll see here. You'll see the you know, the green tabs on the black background there. And the last one is a click for the forum. So, you know, if you are already registered at Cichlid, you can ignore this part of it. So, you know, if you're not registered, you go to Cichlid, like we said, this is the screen, select the forum, you click on that, and then it should look like this. So it'll say Cichlid Room Companion, you'll see some links to some forum sites there, and when you go to register, you want to click, oddly enough, on the tab, on the little click that says register. So you click on that, and then agree to terms and conditions. So it says I agree to terms and conditions, and you can read all that and digest it, and if you agree, click on it. So then you want to complete the registration screen. So it's going to ask you to pick a username. We highly suggest you don't make that such a, you know, innocuous name that, you know, we kind of encourage you to use your name or something close to it, but, you know, I guess that's up to you. So Kyle's, I just kind of borrowed from his excellent work on putting a PDF on this. You know, not a place for anonymity. We want, you know, we need to know who you are when you come and ask us to enable you. So it would be helpful if, you know, that was possible. And then, you know, when you're posting there and you're selling, you know, if you're, I don't know, Kakataya, you know, people may not know what in the heck that means, you know. So you may want to, you know, if you're selling, people are going to want to try to understand who you are and how to, you know, how to get your fish and that. So, you know, our suggestion is make it something that is understandable by people. And then when you go through there, I guess you have to, you know, type in whatever unique code comes up there so that hackers to the site don't create 10 million new user accounts, and we only create one. So you go back then to the forum board index after you've signed up. So then you can get there. You can get to the forum by a couple means. One, the Cichlid page, like we already showed you, or you can go to our new web page, and there's a link right there to access the forum. So that's to get to the OCA part of the forum. And then once you're there, what you want to do is log in the upper right, enter your username and password, and you know, access it. And then when you go into the Cichlid forum, you can you scroll down and you'll see this logo, our logo there, and that's how you get to the OCA logo from the Cichlid forum page. So you click on that, but you have to be a registered user. So what you want to do is send an email to me or Woody or Andrew or Kyle, and we can get you signed up for the site. We have two site admins that can enable new members. Dan Woodland and I am an administrator, so we can get you set up. So if there's anybody tonight who wants to register for, you know, who's a new OCA member or an OCA member that can't get to the forum because they have to register, provide your username to Andrew, and he'll take notes on that, and then you know, Dan or I will get you hooked up probably this weekend. So let's see, you must register for the OCA area on the forum. Before you register, you'll get that, you won't see any links. You want to click on the club news part, or so this says, and then you want to register for the OCA. So send a private message to us, we'll get you hooked up basically. So that's the the main thing. So then you use your username and the password that you created to access the Cichlid site. That's what you use to get to our forum. So once you're registered and you want to access the bulletin, what you want to do is click on the OCA. You want to log into the Cichlid site. Click on the OCA forum page. And what you want to do then is click on this link. It says Buckeye Bulletin. We have a variety of links that you'll see once you're at the OCA forum and you're registered. You'll see club news, general discussion, extravaganza membership, OCA board. Once you have access, that's the one place on our site you won't have access to. That's for the board members, and we exchange, business and other shenanigans there. And then, so there's a bulletin thing. There's also wants, sells, and I guess a swap meet. Thank you. So you click on the Buckeye Bulletin, and then what you're going to see is a directory listing all the bulletins that we have posted up there. And like has been pointed out, there are a couple of bulletins from 2009, I think, that nobody can really access. I think a couple people can access, but the lion's share of people cannot access. So we're troubleshooting that. We got to figure out what the issue is there. But all the current ones, everybody seems to be able to access. So you see the ones you want, you click on it, and it should open up your bulletin if you have the Adobe Reader, and if you're a member and all that good stuff. Well, if you're not a member, you wouldn't have gotten to that point. So it'll open up the bulletin, and life should be good. So if you want to save it, does everybody know how to save the bulletin? Anybody need to know how to save it? Anybody indifferent?
Just tell us.
Okay, I'll tell you. Well, there's how to download it. But basically, you want to go to, on the Adobe Acrobat Reader when it opens up. On the upper left, there's Save a Copy. Click on that, and you'll get a pop-up box that looks like this, which give you access to your hard drive directories, and save it wherever you want to do it. Yes?
That's going to look a little different in the latest version of Reader.
Okay.
In the latest version of Reader, it comes up, it has a little, what's called a heads-up display. On there, there'll be a disk icon. You click on that.
Oh, okay. So if you got the latest one,
A little bit different.
click on the disk icon.
Even if you,
Yeah, that's a really
everybody
old-
should go get the latest one.
Right.
Even if you can read bullets, you should go to Adobe. It's free. Go get version
Yeah, and it's more
9.
secure, so I would definitely recommend it. Yeah, that's a much older one you've got there.
Right.
Like really old.
It's amazing it works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Must be pretty rock solid then. Hey, Dave.
Is there any advantage to saving them to a folder? I mean, these things are going to be on one site forever, right?
Our plan to date is to keep them there, put more there, and have them archived there. So you don't necessarily need to save them. But if you want to save them, like some people do, then you can save them. We did make an arrangement with Juan Miguel to buy quite a bit of hard disk space, storage space, for us to put our stuff there. So shouldn't be an issue. Us archiving should not be an issue. Questions on this? Okay, anybody who cannot access or needs to get access to the OCA part of the forum, please give your info to that handsome gentleman without the cap over there, and let us know what your username is, and I'll go in tomorrow and then, or tonight if I got nothing better to do, and enable you so you can get to our site, okay? All right, enough on that.